What's up everyone, Doyler here, and today I'm going to try and get a minimal broken spaces clear for those of you that actually want to clear broken spaces in 150 tickets and aren't going for these 11, 8, and 7 ticket clears. So today I am going to run a 9-star Sigmund with a 2-2 split with Warrior and 5-star gear. I'm assuming that at this point I only have one set of Warrior gear and one set of 6-star gear on my account, so that's what we're going to go with. Fearless Armor, HP Agate 2-stone, and we are going to... we'll keep the skin. Sigmund skin is pretty common. Next up, we are going to run an E5 Garuda. So this is the E5 we're going to be using. Only level 330. We're going to run a 1-3 split, so there's the rest of our 6-star gear with that Warrior's Necklace. Holy Attack Stone, and we're only going to use an Echo of Depth, so no pay-to-win artifacts either. 2-2-3, 2-2, and no skin. We're also going to run a 10-star Elyvia. I'd honestly probably rather run 9-star, but I already had a 10-star on my account. We're going to run her 2-2 split with 5-star and 4-star gear. C5 Speed HP Stone, and a Magic Source. Also going to bring a 9-star Heart Watcher. 2-2 split with that rest... I guess we'll just... Yeah, this account has 2 6-star gear, as we'll assume. If you've got this many 9-stars, you probably have two sets of 6-star gear. So 2-2 split with 6-star and 5-star, Magic Source, and we'll upgrade our stone a few times just to get a little bit of HP. We do want to keep our Heart Watcher alive. If we could get a early Jade... I want a percent-based HP stone. Jade or Agate is fine. They're fairly cheap. You could get them. Alright, perfect. So Agate 1, HP Precision, so obviously not optimal, but it is a good enough stone to keep her alive a little longer. Then we're going to run a 9-star Belrain, 2-2 split with 5-star and 4-star gear, and another Fearless Armor basically. And last up, we're going to run a 5-star Amun-Ra, also rocking a 2-2 split with 5-star and 4-star gear, an C1 stone, and a Magic Source. So all told, we're going to use a 5-star, 3 9-stars, a 10-star, and an E5. 2 sets of 6-star gear, 1 set of Warrior gear, 2 Fearless Armors, 3 Energy, and 1 Echo of Death. I'm hoping this will be able to do 150 tickets. We may need to tweak it as we go along, but I think it's a perfect setup to show off these minimal clears. And we've got a Max Phoenix to go along with everything. We'll run Garuda in slot 2 for most of the stuff. Eventually, we will swap her to the back. We'll see how things go. We may need to swap her to the back line for Broken Space at 6 when they start actually targeting frontline heroes. So let's hop right in and see how things go. So we should have plenty of damage mitigation between Heart Watcher, Belrain, Elyvia, and Amun-Ra. So hopefully everyone can stay alive. I'm not worried about really even Broken Spaces 3. I think we'll be just fine. A carry will be great on one of these comps, replacing running like a Death Sworn instead of Siggy and a carry instead of Elyvia. But I don't think carry is going to be as useful until E3, which makes this a bit less minimal of a comp, because getting E3 carry this early is pretty hard. But as you can see, I mean, we're going to take out Broken Spaces 1 probably by round 7. Oh, wow, round 5. That was a big active. So, not bad at all. Broken Spaces 3 in 1 ticket would be awesome. This may be not minimal enough, but, I mean, this is a really easy team to build, and there's plenty of heroes you could swap around. You could run a Death Sworn instead of Siggy. If you can run a Drake, you can obviously upgrade the Amun-Ra. Another healer will suffice instead of Belrain. Heart Watcher sort of necessary. And Garuda is replaceable by other damage dealers, though someone like a Penny won't be as good. Someone like a Russell would be better. I do plan on releasing a Broken Spaces and Flame Shrine sort of guide and team building video in the future, so I'll cover those more in depth, but this is a pretty basic single damage dealer boost comp, so some replacements can be made if you can't run exactly this team, but you want to get hopefully 150 tickets depending on how we finish this up. Elyvia at 9-star is 9 and 10 stars, super underrated though, and she's an incredible PvE hero. Plus she'll help your Aspen dungeon runs early game too. Alright, so survivability is not a concern. Can we finish this in 1 ticket? I think so. It should be easy. Probably the next Garuda active after round 8. Alright, round 10 Garuda active. Can we clear it? Yes, we can. Alright, round 11. 2.2 billion, so good damage so far. As long as we have the survivability, 6 and 7 will fall pretty easily. And, I mean, this is a fairly minimal boost comp setup. And yes, some of you will, I'm sure you'll jump in the comments, well, Delacium Army needs less food than an E5. That is correct, but an E5 Garuda is going to carry you so much further in Sealand and Aspen Dungeon than 3 9-star Delaciums ever will. That's why I don't recommend starting with the Delacium Army. While clearing Broken Spaces 7 is nice and awesome rewards, clearing Sealand as high as possible in Aspen Dungeon are going to be more resources over time, which is why I would rather you build a boost comp like this long before you start thinking of doing stuff like a mini Delacium Army setup. Alright, our survivability is just fine. Let's see how much damage we can do to them. 3.9 billion damage. That's pretty huge for a solo E5 setup. And look how much damage a 9-star Sigmund does. Do not sleep on Sigmund. Drake isn't a 100% always replace Sigmund hero. This is a lot of damage you'd be losing out if you ran a Death Sworn and a Drake. Obviously, you'll have faster armor break, but Sigmund is not a terrible hero. And it looks like we'll be able to clear this in 2 tickets. Let me set up my Smash team just to make sure. Alright, so that's a 3 ticket broken spaces. 3. That's too bad, but not terrible. Moving right along, we've used 5 tickets so far, but this is our first real challenge. We're gonna just make sure we can survive and then skip, because with 2 Gru counterattacks, Siggy counterattacks, and Garuda feathers, this match is going to take quite a while. So, I'm thinking we're gonna be fine. We'll watch their active. I'm not concerned about surviving, honestly, even in 5. What can we do? 2 billion? Ooh, 1.2 billion. So this is going to be a rough one. Alright, so that was... We started with 586. Let's see how many it takes. Oops. Alright, so 18 ticket broken spaces 14. 18 ticket broken spaces 4. So not terrible. I'll take it. We're still on a great pace to get that 150 ticket or less clear. Now, while we see if we can survive, the reason 150 tickets is usually used as the benchmark is that's how many you will get in a month if you collect all of your loot from the campaign. So every month, assuming you're active enough, you will be getting actually 151 or so broken spaces tickets on average. So if you can clear, which that means that there's no real difference between a 7 ticket broken spaces clear and a 150 ticket broken spaces clear for active players, outside of bragging rights or fun stuff. So don't feel bad if broken spaces is taking you 100 tickets to clear. You're still going to be profiting tickets. You're still going to be getting all of the rewards. You don't need to mega whale like GDP and Amadeus to really go any further in broken spaces. If they add more levels, that could change, but for now, be happy once you get to your 100, 120, 130 ticket clears. So it looks like we're going to survive just fine against 5, which I like to see. CC could be a problem with not everyone having, well, no one having Purify except for the Garuda, but it looks like we have enough survivability that we're going to do just fine. And 2 billion damage with all of that CC, that's it's good to see. So, 568, let's see how many this takes. 18 ticket 5, that's not bad at all. Let's jump right into 6. Let's start with Garuda in the front line and see what happens. I'm concerned about CC, but I'm more concerned about our support heroes dying. this will be the first real test of our survivability. The Gru Wave was a test of our damage, which obviously we could do, but if we can keep everyone alive, we'll be in an amazing place. And it is going to be RNG because, I mean, if we need Belrain heals or Amun-Ra shields and they just get Twine locked, we're kind of in a bad place. But we're looking good so far. We're going to watch probably all this battle. I want to make sure that it's not any super close calls. So Garuda did get a buff, but as you can see, Garuda is getting stun locked. Does get an active off. Yeah, so look, 1 E5 hero and 9-star and 10 stars, and we're able to survive mostly just fine against Broken Space's 6. 7 will be dicier. Maybe we'll swap out one of these heroes for a second 5-star Amun-Ra. Not quite as minimal, but getting 2 Amun-Ras is not hard. Both of my free-to-play accounts have them. You should be buying them from Brave Trial for Seal Dark as well as the future anyway. Yep, we are going to survive Broken Space's 6 just fine. Awesome. Cool, maybe not. Elyvia does have some poison on her, but Belrain will get inactive. We'll see what happens. Alright, we do lose Elyvia in round 14. Not ideal, but honestly not terrible, and I'm quite alright with that. Heartwatcher, Siggy, and Amun-Ra lived, which is a big one, and 2.5 billion damage against 6. So not bad damage at all. Garuda is still a pretty viable damage dealer. So let's smash it, see how we do. We started with 550 tickets. Ooh, this is going to be close. So that was a 72 ticket Broken Spaces 6. Let me make sure all of my math is right before we hop in. So we've used 113 tickets so far, I believe. Let me make sure that my notes are correct. Okay, so we've used 113 tickets so far. Now 7 can be easier than 6 if you can survive, because there's less CC. So if we can survive, I think this will be right at the wire for 150 tickets. Let's jump right in and see what happens. So Amun-Ra is going to be very clutch here, but so is actually Elyvia and Amun-Ra are going to be pretty clutch at keeping this Aspen from just shredding our team. So I'm hoping we can survive. It's going to be hard. No Purify means that the anti-heal stays up. It means that, yeah, there's a lot to worry about. Broken Spaces 7 is scary, but if we can make it to round 15 with 6 heroes, I think we've got 150 ticket clear on our hands. The first shot at my minimal Garuda run. Ooh, if Garuda dies, we're in a world of trouble. Oh god. Alright, so Garuda proc, that's not good, but it's okay. That's what Unbending Will is for. At least Garuda has it when our other heroes don't. Ah. This minus heal is so rough. Aspen will be strong for his active, thankfully, but yeah, we're not healing at all anymore. We're going to lose Garuda. Alright, we lose Elyvia. That's okay. I'd rather not lose her, but we lose Amun-Ra, so yeah, we're about to go down. The round 11, losing people's not terrible, as long as our damage is there. And obviously, once we kill the Aspen, this is going to get much easier. Can we get to another Garuda active, though? Ah, not quite. Ooh, 805 million. This is not looking good. That's only 1%. Okay. Do we have another 5-star Amun-Ra I could try to show off? Can we level another 5-star Amun-Ra? How do I only have one more Amun-Ra? There we go. So we're going to try an Amun-Ra instead of an Elyvia. See what that does. So we're running her with the same setup, 5-star and 4-star gear. And we're going to run her with a magic source as well. So let's see if that second Amon-Ra is better or worse than the Elyvia. I don't know if this run will be quite 150 tickets, unfortunately. But if this setup works, we'll be in a great place. So we're going to have a lot of Amon-Ra shields now, thankfully. But we're not going to have Fairy Guard or the Shrink, so my guess is our damage goes down. We might live a little longer, but my guess is our damage goes down overall. Oh man, we're not going to... He's not... Yeah, oh my god, the Fairy Guard is so much better in the second. Yep, alright. Back to the Elyvia. Unfortunately, I don't have another good minimal hero we can try. So this is the comp we're running with. So this is ticket number 3. Okay, we got 1 billion. I think we're going to come up just short of the 150 tickets, though. Let's smash through it. We started with 478 tickets on this level. Ooh, yeah. So in the end, we used 104 tickets on the last level of Broken Spaces for a grand total of 217 total tickets. So not quite a 150 ticket minimal clear yet, but if you were to save up 50 tickets one month, this shows that you could clear it the next month. So in this case, I'd like to try and get it a little more minimal. It's probably going to mean 10-starring the Heartwatcher or Belrain or a 6-star Amon-Ra. But hopefully this shows you what sort of minimal teams you can expect if you build your team around one damage dealer and gives you some ideas for the future. So that's going to be it for this guide. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you appreciate me testing out stuff like this for you guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow.